We'll do the peace talk later. Hey guys, so today Chaz and I are finally going to answer some of these questions about moving here. Like during the process of moving, a lot of people are asking me questions, and when you're moving, like you just don't want to answer them. So now that we're here, we've had time to be here, we can like answer them. So I'm gonna just jump right into it. This is Chaz. I suck at introducing people. It's my Chazzy, and I'm me. So this YouTube would just be about our move to Dallas. I'll jump right in. Number one, what are some things that I would change about our move, or what are some things that you would change? I'll go first. I think just the amount of stuff I thought I had to bring. So for example, I put a lot of stuff into storage that like I thought I would need. Like I'm gonna buy a flight back to SAC and like ship it to myself. Lots of tumblers and just lots of shit. I regret doing that because I don't remember anything that's in my storage. So we got here and our mindset was like, well, we gotta start from scratch. So it's kind of just been that, just starting from scratch. So if I could change anything, that's probably the only thing I would change really, is just not wasting money and time and energy on storage, and maybe putting that time and energy into selling all the stuff that I put in storage. What about you?
I think the main thing I would say is purchasing a vehicle before moving out here.
Oh.
I would say that is the biggest. We didn't realize how spaced out Dallas was, how big it is. An hour is literally suburb to downtown Dallas versus an hour in California to Sacramento to Oakland. So that's the biggest difference probably for me.
Yeah, we got lucky. We have a friend that gave us a car, so we've been using that. But woo, next month we are buying a car because we didn't want to drive the car that we had, so we kind of gave that up and said like, oh, it's gonna be fine. But like where we live, where we are specifically, you need a car. I mean, I guess all of Dallas you do, but where we are, it's literally still being developed. They're making sidewalks. There's no bus system. Like walking is such a pain. So I agree. I wouldn't have paid to get a car here. I probably would have just said, on top of the like $8K that was already spent, I would have saved an additional maybe 2 or 3 so that we could have had a car. Let's see. Yeah. But shit, $8,000's already a lot. We spend a lot of money to get here, so you gotta sacrifice somewhere. Now, things that we like. Ooh, that list is pretty long. I'll give like my top 2. Number 1, I like living in a place where there aren't a lot of people. It's not super congested. I like not knowing anybody. That's number 1, so I guess that's like all one answer. And then number 2, there's a lot to eat. Like the food's just different here in a good way. So yeah, I think my things that I like is there's always something to do, something to eat. We've ate something new to eat. We've had something new to eat like every day since we've been here. We've been here almost 4 weeks. So I think that's really cool. There's always something to do, somewhere to go. So
yeah, I would agree with the food part. Like it was definitely food-wise, it's a good switch up for
better portions.
And like things are, they eat better out here.
Yeah.
One thing that I like a lot is the slower pace. Like where we're from, there's like an anxiety about California.
Get done right now. Be here. Be there. Quick.
Next task, and they're not like that out here. It's not
MO.
So
They're
I like that. I like how move at your pace.
Which is intense because I have to catch myself like if I'm in the store, like their customer service here is so ass. So don't come here
because they're
slow pace. Yeah, like California, we're taught like trip. As soon as somebody comes in, hi, how are you doing? What can I do for you? Blah, blah, blah. Here, like they'll look at you, go back doing what they're doing, look at you again. They'll even give you a head nod. And then they'll deal with you after. So it's definitely an adjustment because like the first like 2 places I went, I'm like Chaz. But then I learned there's a pattern. It's like their overall, like their style is just being nonchalant. So I think I can learn a couple things from being there. being in this environment too. Number 3, best area to live in. Someone asked this and like it's a loaded question because
we don't know there.
We don't know Texas. Like
we don't know Dallas at all.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm learning myself that Texas used to be segregated and it used to be divided by like each county. The counties are literally like a couple miles apart. So I can't tell you where, I don't want to share where we live because where we live, the population is like, you'll find out where I live in because it's such a small town. So, you know, when you ask best area, what we did was, 1, we looked in areas that our friends were in. 2, we looked up schools. So he's like a super basketball head. So he was able to say like, this school's good with basketball, like this is D1, D2. So we kind of based where we lived off of the educational system as opposed to like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I couldn't tell you. Like, I mean, I thought that Dallas was cool. I thought Fort Worth was cool because we're in California looking up stuff. I flew here to see my friend, but I did like an apartment search. Well, we got to Fort Worth and it was the ghetto. So I couldn't tell you, like, online I thought it was nice, but in person, it's not. So I don't know. Anyway, I don't know it well enough.
Yeah, I will say, from what I've heard about Dallas, I don't know about the other cities, all the athletes and rich people live in a place called Highland Park, but you know, that's not affordable for most people. But that's like the fancy area of Dallas.
Yeah.
That's the only thing
the only way we can answer this question is we just look up where famous people live or where their kids go to school or play sports. But I couldn't tell you like this is a good school. What I can tell you though is that they invest heavily into their kids and their education. So when we got our kid enrolled in school, my kid's school right now is the best school I've ever seen in my life. And I went to a high school in California that was fairly new when I went. It was like the best high school in the area when I went, and I thought that shit was, you know? But here, we're on a whole new level of education. Like one of the high schools down the street from us is as big as, like, what would you compare it to? It's like, I don't even know how it's huge. It's like multi-purpose buildings of a school. So they really invest in their education here. Yeah, I think that's pretty tight. But I can tell you best area to live in. I know the area we live in is nice, but I can't give you the city. So that's that on that. Question number 4, moving with kids. Yeah, I had to look over my questions and kind of she asked how was moving with kids. And I mean, I feel like that's a loaded question. It was cool. I mean, physically flying with them was cool. We just have good kids. So like if you have bad kids that don't listen, then yeah, it's probably gonna be horrific. But our kids, they're born.
Or if they're sorry.
I'm keeping that in too.
If they're afraid too, that would be our kids weren't scared, but
they love the plane.
If kids are afraid of planes, then that would be hell.
Yeah, but we prepped them too. Oh yeah. So our kids knew they were moving like how many months? Like maybe 2 or 3 months. So they got to kind of prepare to move. They like flying regardless, but we told them, hey, we're moving this to the apartment. Like this is what's gonna look like. Oh my God, it's so exciting. So by the time it came time to like move, they were cool. We've been waiting on our furniture to come. They're smooth, sleeping on the floor, just like we sleep on the floor. You know, we're building from the ground up here for real. So in terms of moving with kids and overall existing with kids while moving, ours are great. I have no complaints. I mean, let's see how
not me either. I mean, tips, just like she said, just prepare them. Let them be involved in the move too. Let them pick what clothes and what toys they're gonna bring. They get excited about that.
Yeah. And we did do that. We let them pick a couple stuffed animals. We brought all their clothes. We were just whatever. But you're right. Just letting them be a part of the move was a big deal. They packed boxes at home and stuff like that. So I didn't feel like just this like crazy transition. Like we're all doing this as a unit, as a pact, like together. So they've been awesome. Number 5, what I like most so far. I thought I already answered that. Oh, I did.
Things I like.
Things I like and what I like. I just like literally copied the questions. I just took them from my DMs and put them on here. But I feel like they already answered that. I love my space. This space is a complete upgrade from our last house. Our last apartment was about 1,000 square feet, huh?
1100.
1,100. So this one's just like bigger, better lighting, upgraded. So I'm pretty spoiled in that regard. Lots of storage for stuff. So that's something I like. I like that our trash is picked up 4 times a week or 5 times a week by service. Our community has literally everything: a gym, a pool, a 24-hour common area, an Amazon mail area that's inside. Our mail was outside at our last apartment and definitely would get broken into and stuff would get stolen. So those kind of things I find to be a luxury. Our water stays hot. In California, our water would not stay hot. So Texas just cares about their people a little bit different here. So number 6, what I like the least. I feel like that's like the same as what I changed, but what I like the least, I would just say that the weather's an adjustment, but it's not something I'm like, what I like the least.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, not just an adjustment.
The weather's an adjustment, and then the distance. So the average drive anywhere is about, like if you're not within your little county, is about.
In your little, so you got to think like each town, it's hard to compare. We're in an area that's similar to the size of, let's call it Natomas and Sacramento. If we left Natomas to go to, let's call downtown in Sacramento, that's a 10-minute drive. Here it's 30 to the next neighborhood. We're not talking different city. We're talking the next neighborhood is 30 minutes. So that's,
and it's almost like they build it like that on purpose, because if you go to the next neighborhood, sometimes the layouts are the same. Like I feel like in so say we have 5 below. In all of Sacramento, you're gonna find maybe 2 or 3 5 belows. I feel like in Texas, in each county, you're gonna find a 5 below. They have their own in Dallas, they have their own in Arlington, they have their own in Grand Prairie. So I find that businesses like everywhere, it's like they treat each county as such, as if it's its own like everything. They have their own police, okay? Each county, like Sacramento as a whole, we have Sacramento police from the airport until Elk Grove. I don't know if Elk Grove has it.
It gets a little mixed up in the Folsom Citrus Heights.
Yeah, well, they rich people.
They're rich over there.
They're rich, and that's how California is. The rich people, they'll pay for their own little precincts, but everybody else got to share a general police officer precinct situation. Here, it's like each county gets their own. So I could see just if there was an emergency, it just not taking as long as it would in California to get help, because each county, you know.
Greenhaven has the same police as Natomas.
Yes, it's just a matter of who could get there first and fastest, and that's actually not a good system. So here, I do think that that's kind of cool. I mean, the odds of being pulled over are a lot greater, but we also have had run-ins with the police in a good way, and they're cool here. They're very laxed, and there's a police on campus at my kids' school. Like, my idea of police has always been fairly negative. So being here, I've been able to see like police are just cool here. I don't know if it's the country or what, but they're cool. Okay, number 7, things I regret. I feel like I again already answered this. Like, I should have really read this over, but I don't regret anything, I think. And I tell them that.
I only saw the top 5. I didn't know you went down. Anyway,
let me see.
When you showed me the list, I only saw the top 5.
Things I wish we did, things I'm happy we did. Things I regret, those last 2 things we did. Things I regret, I don't regret anything. This move's a long time coming. I literally told Chaz I wanted to move to Texas like 2.5 years ago, but it was a process, because you don't just up and leave where all you've known to go someplace, but we did that shit. So I don't regret anything. I am really just excited for the transition and us being in a place and space where we can do what we want, what we like. We've always have survived, and because we had a baby pretty soon into meeting, so that puts you in survival mode there. But now, like, our youngest is 3, about to be 4, and our oldest is 6. So we're just in a different space. So I don't regret moving. I don't regret moving them at this age. I don't regret leaving California. I feel like it's life. So far we love it. You know, anything you regret?
I mean, the vehicle situation, but we're gonna figure that out. I mean, it's not a regret. It's like,
damn, like we should. That probably should have been what I spent money on first. But that's another thing when you move, you have to choose. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, do I want to buy fold-out chairs so we have a place to sit? Do I want to buy towels so we can wipe our ass? Do I want to buy, you know? So that I feel like that is something I regret. Just not really like now on my iPad. Each room I have like a visual of what each room should look like. I didn't really do that moving here with just buying stuff. I tried, but I was overwhelmed with moving, so I don't regret it. It's just happened how it happened. You just have to prioritize what you prioritize. Things I wish we did, we talked about that, the car. Otherwise, everything has been a learning experience to me. And then, unless you want anything,
things I wish we did for the move, I mean,
brought my vending machine. I put my vending machine in storage and I wish I brought it. Because then I would have just not needed the storage.
We can, the thing is, there's a really big storage on the next exit.
I could always just have it sent here. But I wish that I would have just put in our budget to bring my vending machine at the same time because we probably wouldn't even need the storage. Like I said, the storage, I do not remember what's in it. It's probably a whole bunch of dishes and mugs that I just like didn't want to give away.
I remember
clothes. I know there were a couple shoes, some paperwork.
It's called
all of my OG A-Closet shit's in there, so I just wish I would have shipped some of that stuff instead of having to pay $200 for storage. So, to end on a high note, things I'm happy that we did move together. I'm happy that, you know, when you are in a relationship, everyone we're not always on the same page. So we had to really get ourselves to a place where we had to agree that Texas was a good move, and I'm happy we did it because every day we're learning something new about not just each other, our kids, just the area. It causes us to look at life a little bit different, at least me. Have a lot more patience and understanding because we're all we got. So we have family, obviously, but I mean, we're physically here with one another, and we got lucky and have friends and stuff, so that makes the transition a lot smoother, but I definitely am happy that we did it.
Yeah, same here. I'm happy we made the move. I'm happy that we took that risk, you know, because that is usually the deterrent, the thing that will stop you is weighing risk and reward and all that. So
which we weighed.
Yeah.
We weighed, man.
You're taking a big swing here, and I think that we're gonna appreciate this move. We're gonna see the fruits of it.
I agree. So thank you guys for asking questions. I wanted to hurry up and get this out the way so that I can start editing. I'm probably gonna have it up today because the next video we talk about is going to be the Sacramento Kings. For those of you guys that don't know, we are Kings fans. He's a diehard, I'm just a fan, but we definitely have been watching the Kings while out here. It's been like a mix of emotions. It's been like a joy because it's like we literally were at the Kings games when the Kings sucked, okay? Anybody that knows us knows we used to be in them nosebleeds, in the lower level, in the court side, and to see where they're at now is just it's so intense because we're not physically there to experience the fruits of our investment, okay? We were season ticket holders, all that shit. So all that shit y'all dealing with, we invested. Now I'm seeing it packed out. So our next video, we're gonna talk about the Kings and just how we've watched their journey and what we think is gonna happen and all that stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's been great. Texas has been great. No regrets. And we're gonna go find something new to eat. Make sure you watch Sunday's vlog because Sunday it will be a week-long vlog showing all the places that we visited and all the things that we ate this week. I have had a joy with YouTube. I've been doing shorts, I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff, just trying to make YouTube my job. That's a big goal of mine. I'm gonna be a content creator by the end of 2023. That's another reason why I moved to Dallas, because I wanted to be able to focus on that and be in a city that would kind of promote that. You know, I come from, Sacramento's a pretty small town, but it ain't shit out there. Like, if we didn't have the Kings, there wouldn't be shit. So I knew that I had to move so I can further this career that I have been working on for a very long time. So I'm excited, and I'm excited to try new things, new places. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leah! This was the hail yesterday. Okay, I'm recording. I'm gonna show you because my friend just sent this. This was the size. I need to take a picture of mommy and daddy real quick. We gotta put on pants. This was the size of the hail yesterday. The size of your hand. That's how bad it was. This was in Frisco. Isn't that crazy? It was a literal storm. But like, I would never move from Texas because of some weather. So, I just need you to take a picture. Yeah, I just need you to take a picture of me and daddy.